Well, hello, and notice anything different about me? Yeah, could it be the fresh air? So yeah, we are actually testing 1.19. It doesn't look that different from the usual, but yeah, we're going to be trying some of the new features, like for example, forest being on fire. But yeah, it feels weird to be outside, well, outside of the cave. But yeah, we're going to be giving a look to all the features that this update has to offer. And we're going to start with the simple ones. And yeah, those are, let's go to that beach. And we're going to start testing the different blocks. So the ones that I'm very excited about are the mud ones. So I'm very excited about this one, the mud and the different variants. So I think this is going to look very, very nice with, yes, it's going to look very nice with the dripstone and the dirt palette. Something like what we did with the Fisherman's Place. But yeah, including this, well, yeah, the packed dirt, the packed mud, and all the variants. So yeah, very nice, and especially with this. So usually when we had these paths, the closest thing that we could do, so when we had these paths, usually we just drop some oak slabs, but now I think that the oak ones, and if you start mixing the mud ones, and if you start mixing it up with the packed mud, I think this is going to make for very nice paths all over the place, including, well, say for example this palette. So I think this is a very, very good addition to, well, yeah, the options that a builder has. And to make the mud, we just need dirt and a bottle of water. So sort of a renewable, well, yeah, we might be able to get a renewable, well, mud farm pretty soon, just with the help of a couple of pistons and yep, all of the water that we do have, well, that we can get, because we don't waste, well, yeah, we waste the whole bottle with each one of the mud blocks. So the other thing that the update has brought, something that we're not going to be able to use, is the mangrove. I think, yeah, well, every single time that there's an update and there's a new wood type, I am very excited about it. In the end, well, more options for building, more options for, well, for different palettes, and I think that this one actually would go pretty well with the crimson type of wood. Yeah, or even the stripped one. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I think this is going to be a very nice palette and something that we can use in the future. But sadly, well, since we are living underground and we have the world before, well, we started the world before the update, we are not going to be able to get this mangrove. But eventually, if we make it out of the cave, then we should be able to get it. Another weird addition to this update, this over here, the boat with a chest, that actually, yes, do have, yeah, you do have the menu over there, and you're able to get the, yeah, what happens when you break it? You're able to get that, whoop, that extra space, and it stays like that. Am I able to break it apart? No, wait. Oh, I talk with the cinematic one. How do I get rid of this? There you go. So with the boat, I would like to just get the boat out of the, well, yeah, the chest out of the boat, but I don't think that's doable. So recycling boats from boats with chests, it's a no-go. But there's something, because I'm thinking about using these as a sort of shulker box. I'm going to try one thing. Yes. So if we hop in, then we technically have, a movable chest. And oh, this actually opens the way for so many weird things. So it seems to be already working, but what I would like to try is, yes, if you have a hopper line and then you get this boat, it starts picking up, oh yes, it starts picking up all of the sand, well, everything that is falling into a hopper. This means that we do have bigger storage. Yeah, for the pickup system of farms, we're going to have a bigger storage over there, which is actually a really nice, it's a really nice thing. It's going to be a really weird thing to look at, but we do have that. Now let's see if we can actually, let's first skip the night. You know, the problems with being outside. At the end, you cannot control everything that spawns. And if we now push our new collection system, ton of sand, and let's see, yes, it does get down there. It's not going to be the fastest, so for this one, yeah, it's going to have, well, as everything, it's going to have its caveats, but yeah, this is going to, alright, this means something. I just have to figure out exactly what. So regarding collection systems, there is also another thing that we can use, but I would like to see it in its natural state. So for that, we're going to try to find, where are we? Where am I? Underground, right? Well, right, and we are at a villager outpost, and we're going to, right, those are golems, but what I'm trying to find is that blue thingy. I'm starting to think that it might not be at the outpost, because this looks pretty much the same, well, with some trapped golems, but it looks pretty much the same as the usual villager outpost. So we're going to try to look for the woodland mansion. And now that we're in it, let's try to find the blue fella. See, they live such a peaceful life when you are not, well, yeah, when you're not in the way. Right, I don't see any alleys in here. So we're going to do it the easy way. And to do it the easy way, we're going to get back onto our testing beach. And we're going to get ourselves one of these little fellas. Looks so cool. Right, so these guys, well, they are supposed to be going around picking up whatever you give them. So this one is going to bring chests, pick them up, then drop them in the spot up here. Oh, on the achievement. So cool. Right, so they bring it to you, or where did it go? Oh, I'm going to lead you to the chests. Right, that's one. Right, and it dropped it in the, well, yeah, right next to the notebook. Yeah, don't know exactly. Well, yeah, I don't know exactly where to find it. I don't know exactly how to use it, but there was one video of a sorting system by Mumbo that actually showed a really nice trick to get these guys to filter items. And this is also going to be sort of useful for some collection systems, but those yeah, those that are a little bit more scarce. So those farms that don't give that much, instead of having one hopper minecart forever, you get one of these guys, and they're going to do the sorting for you. So yeah, another awesome addition. And then the other thing, and the other very cool thing that should happen, is that now we're able to get a party. All the floating things everywhere. See if go. Alright, enough partying. We're going to get into the meat of the issue. And, you know, the big, I don't want to say elephant, because it doesn't technically have a nose. So we're going to, right, we're going to get to the ancient city. No! See, the first casualty is the parrot. This thing is enormous, and it's actually pretty terrifying. And well, you already know. Yeah, let me just get to tell. Yeah, I'm going to say it, looking straight into your eyes. I am a coward, so it's pretty likely that I'm not going to spend that much time in this place. But just in case, we're going to think about, you know, how to deal with the big bad guy that is the warden. And from all the videos that I've seen, well, yeah, and from everything that Mojang has told us, this guy uses sound to track you down and kill you. So I am thinking about a way of, well, not killing it, but it's definitely going to be as annoying as it is for us. It's going to be annoying for him. So we're going to, well, first thing that we need to make sure we have when we deal with these is going to be night vision. It is almost impossible to see anything without night vision. And we're going to, well, I need to find sort of an open space. Right, so this place could do. Check if there's another shrieker over here. Don't think so. Right, so we're going to test it in this place. So for the deep dark, we're going to need to be wary of these two right here. Those are going to be the shriekers. They're going to be the ones that summon the warden, but they're not going to be doing anything on their own. They need those over there, the Skulk sensor. So we are going to try one thing, and well, to try that, we're going to first actually make sort of a hole with a bed, because it's pretty likely that we're going to die. We're going to get a spyglass, ton of observers, and bell. And I don't have the observers. Right, so what we are going to do, and actually we're going to do this in survival mode, just for you to see this is all real. Right, so the plan is to go really slowly. Right, so there's the advancement. Right, so we're going to place one observer. That's going to trigger that. Put another one. Right, that's the shrieker. Oh, and I'm missing one thing. Right, the warden approaches. Right, so now with this clock over here, I need this. The bell, which is going to be the lifesaver. So we start making a ton of noise. Now that actually overloads the, it overloads the Skulk sensor. in a way that it's actually not going to activate the shriekers up there. Yeah, so as you can see, this is definitely triggering the shrieker, but we are not getting the warden. This is starting to get on my nerves. Shut up. I told you this was going to be as annoying for the warden as it was for us. And right, so we're going to try. Yeah, we're going to try it again, but this time I want to actually summon the warden. So we're going to get, instead of the bell, we're going to get a trapdoor. I'm not going to doing that. Well, yeah, doing that with bell ever again. Okay, so the thing that I want to try, because we have seen that we overloaded the Skulk, the Shrieker and the sensor. And I want to actually overload not just those, but I want to overload the warden itself. Oh, right, there it is. Boxes. Alright, this is going to be the perfect spot. So let's jump into survival. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. Where is it? Where is it? Over there. So if we run away now, get over here. Let's take the boxes. Right, so we know there's a warden. So over there we have our overloader as well. This is the thing that I wanted to try. Yes. So the warden is going to actually just stay there looking at our trapdoor. And if we are sneaky enough, we can even place blocks. Oop, there's up. And boom. And we open and close the chest with the warden right there. And yep, still amazed by. Yep. Oh. Right, there might be another chance that we actually summon another warden, and that would be a problem. But as you can see, this guy pretty easily distracted. The trick is to actually run away as fast as you can. That's why I was looking for an open space. But yep, this definitely works, and now that we are not using a bell but a trapdoor, it's not as annoying as it was before. But even with all of this, there is one big problem to how this thing, to how it works. Because the warden is still a beast, and the problem is, that you cannot distract it forever. So the second that you punch it kills you. Pretty straightforward. Right, so if we are careful enough, let's get the night vision again, but if we are careful enough, then we're going to be able to distract the warden and to keep it right next to our little redstone annoying machine, and to get all the goodies that we are going to need. That's the other thing. And it's one of the weird things that I still think about this update, which is you can pretty much, except for the enchantments that you can get, so that swift sneak enchantment that is going to let you just crawl around faster. Except for that, I don't see that much of a point. Like, it looks awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's it's a different experience. Let's say that. And, well, we established at the very beginning that I am a coward, so I'm not going to be dwelling in these lands that much. But yeah, awesome experience. But regarding the loot, I am not that sure about that. Especially knowing that I can kind of farm all of this. So let's actually jump into the redstone testing mode, and let's see one thing that I tried to do and failed miserably. Right, and welcome to the redstone testing mode. That you'll see there's actually just this farm and, well, that one down there that we are going to actually be building in the next episode. You might guess what that is, but it's one of the most compact bits that I've been able to make. And this is supposed to be a Skulk Farm using a spawner. I can tell you, it's not the most efficient way of farming Skulk, but from this, right, let's say that we get in here and we start getting zombies. The problem with the spawner is that it's not as fast as it should be, but let's say that we got a super spawner. Yep, a spawner that just gets this many zombies in one go. So from these many zombies, we have actually been able to get, some Skulk sensors, and the only thing that we needed in the first place, let's actually turn this on. And I think it's broken. Alright, so now that we fixed it, now we're starting to get our slices of stone. If we get up here, let's wait for that first layer to come, and we're going to get our zombies over here. So we're going to start getting our stone, and if we get a ton of zombies, so that's zombie spawner on steroids, we're going to be generating a ton of Skulk. So as you can see, with 4 Skulk catalysts, I've been able to get a ton of Skulk and actually some sensors, which is one of the coolest things that we can get. But if we drop enough zombies, you can see all the bubbles over there. If those bubbles stick around for long enough, they're actually going to end up generating even the Shrieker. So that's kind of my point. I'm not going to say it's pointless, and it's an awesome place, but once you get your catalyst, once you get your sensors, and if you have a farm that is powerful enough instead of this weird spawner thingy that I tried to make, you should be able to take one trip to the ancient city and not having to come back ever again. Which, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? That's kind of up to you to decide. And now that we have left Deep Dark, well, for the next bit that we need to give a look, we have to get in there, the Mangrove Swamp, which is pretty amazing. Like all the trees, super tall trees, then getting, the water still looks kind of gross, like the usual swamp water. Like you can see the difference over there. But yeah, it's a very, very cool place, and it's actually what I thought the wild update was going to be. So sort of amplified biomes. They're getting all of these really cool new blocks and the mud. But within the swamp, within the Mangrove Swamp, there's something that we might, after the experience with the alley, it's way easier to just get this guy over here, the frog. Just look at it walk, it's so dumb. But I love it. It's kind of really, really silly thing that just gives the world that sort of alive feeling. And where is it? That's a croaking. And if we are able to, let me get, yeah, and the frog should be able to focus, buddy, focus. Right, there they go. Yes. Huh. So, yeah, so the frogs are going to be eating slime. So the frogs should be eating the slime and getting us these blocks. So the 3 different types of frog light, which then again, really nice looking. Actually, yeah, you can. Yeah, they are directional, which is also really cool. But there is something, and actually we have to get underground for this. And yeah, if I place this light, you see that there's, well, the usual white light thingy. If we put the yellow one, more of the same. If we get the purple one, more of the same. Even if we get a sea lantern, more of the same. Which, don't get me wrong, I love frog lights, but at the same time, one of the things that I would like to see in the game is sort of different colours of light. Sort of, you know, giving it the purple, yeah, purple, yellow and green lights, which, you know, would help with specific types of rooms and all that. But, well, then again, it all has to be a balance between what we want and, well, what developers can do. So striking that balance is going to be, well, yeah, it's going to be all about managing our expectations, and we'll talk about that in a second. Because with this, we have covered almost everything. I'm pretty sure that I've missed a couple things, like the gold horns, which really cool addition. But yeah, but with that, thoughts. All right, let me take a seat. Right, so from the really weird combination between, well, boat with a chest and minecart, thoughts. I quite like it, but it's a weird feeling, because if, well, with 118, we got told about the Warden, we got told about the Deep Dark, and we got told about all the mountains and everything that, well, was included in 118, and now, well, we got told about the birch forests and mangrove swamps, nice additions, but it sort of feels like it's halfway through, because we all of these, you know, sections of the update were split up in different parts. So now it feels weird because we know about so many things that were going to be in this update, and in the end they are not. Which is just a weird feeling, but that shouldn't take away from the amazing work and the update and everything that we have with the, well, the alley floating over there, all the different blocks, and the feeling from the Deep Dark, which is a whole different game. But yeah, very happy with the update. Tell me your thoughts on the comment section. But yeah, that is going to conclude my sort of quick review of everything that 119 the Wild update is going to have. And yep, tell me your thoughts, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!